students, we will continue heat transfer video lecture 3. In the last video lecture 2 we solved one problem. Now we will continue the problems on the external flow. Now come to the problem number 2. I will read the problem and also I will collect the data. Here the problem is given: the crankcase of an automobile is approximated as 0.6 meter length, 0.2 meter wide and 0.1 meter deep. Here geometry of the crankcase is given: 0.6 meter length and 0.2 meter width and 0.1 meter depth. Later, assuming that surface temperature of the crankcase is 350 Kelvin, it is nothing but the value is given as Ts or Tw. Later, estimate the rate of heat flow. They are asking the Q value from the crankcase to the atmosphere. From the crankcase to the atmosphere, the temperature is given. This is the fluid temperature. Atmosphere means air temperature. At a road speed of 30 meter per second, that is the U infinity value is given. Assume that, it is a very important note, assume that the vibration of the engine and chassis induce the transition from laminar to turbulent flow very near to leading edge, that for practical purposes the boundary layer is turbulent over the entire surface. Later, neglect the radiation. Use for the front and rear surfaces same heat transfer coefficient as for bottom and sides. Okay, these are the common data. It is given in the all the problems. One is the one length parameter they will give. Later, wall temperature and fluid temperature and free stream velocity. These three data will be the common in all problems. 1, 2, 3 plus this data. Totally 4 data are common in heat transfer in forced convection. But here one more data is given, that clearly it is given that assume that the vibration of the engine that causes the laminar to the turbulent flow from where very near to the leading edge. Now what are the data will be there, we will collect. Just you consider the crankcase is something like that, that is what 0.6 meter length and the width is this, the width is 0.2 meter width. This is the length, this is the width and this is the depth, this is the depth or the height. Now based on the data it is given, just I collected the fluid is here, the length is 0.6 meter and the width is 0.2 meter later, and the height or a thickness is 0.1 meter. U infinity, T infinity and T wall is given in terms of Kelvin. Just I converted it here in degree centigrade. Later I will write the sketch. Just it is like a something like a 0.6 meter length okay. Later this is the width, okay. The length is 0.6 meter and the width is 0.2 meter, the thickness is 0.1 meter and the fluid is moving with certain velocity, that is 30 meter per second, and the fluid temperature is 23 degrees centigrade. Here the thing is clearly is given that because of vibration of the engine, the starting point, the leading edge of this plate, the leading edge of crankcase, the leading edge of the crankcase, there is no any laminar directly, that is the turbulent flow. This what the flow is there, that is completely a turbulent flow. There is no any laminar. Clearly it is given in the problem. Okay. After collecting the data and rating the appropriate sketch, the next thing is we have to find out the film temperature by using the wall temperature and the fluid temperature. We know that Tf is equals to wall temperature plus T infinity by 2. From that one we got it as the 50 degrees centigrade. The film temperature is 50 degrees centigrade. After calculating the film temperature, the next step is calculate the properties of the given fluid at particular temperature using the data handbook. Calculate the properties of the given fluid at TF using the data handbook. Now I will open the data handbook. At 50 degrees centigrade, I will collect all the properties. Okay, already I explained how to take the properties in the last video. Oh, this is the properties of the air, atmospheric air. So atmospheric pressure at the page number is 33 in my data handbook. So at 50 degrees centigrade to collect all the datas. Here I collect all the datas. I collect all the datas. Once you collect the data, what is the next step? The next step is find out the Reynolds number. Reynolds number is equals to what? Rho into velocity into length divided by mu. Now the density you already know it, substitute here. U infinity velocity you substitute here, and the length is 0.6 meter. The mu is taken from the data handbook, substitute here. Then you find out the Reynolds number, you get this value 1.0 into 10 to the power of 6. Therefore it is greater than 5 into 10 to the power of 5. Also in the problem it is clearly given that the flow is the turbulent because of the vibration of the engine. So the flow is turbulent, and in the problem it is clearly given that considered from the leading edge, from the starting point itself is the turbulent. There is no any laminar flow. So according to this condition and according to this Reynolds number, we will choose the Nusselt equation from the data handbook. The procedure is common. Go to the contents. Already I explained, one more time explaining. Go to the contents. In that one, convection, force convection, external flow, corresponding to that page number. Open that page number. And this is the what the condition is: turbulent flow over the flat plate, turbulent flow, and fully developed turbulent flow, fully turbulent from leading edge. The condition is this one. The equation will be this equation. You can take the local, but our aim is always to find out the not local fund, but our aim is always to find out the average, that is nu bar L or nu bar, the average Nusselt number you should be find out. The equation is given 0.037 Reynolds to the power of 0.8 PR to the power of 0.33. Based on this equation we will find what will be the Nusselt number. So I write the equation number from heat transfer data handbook, equation number 1.41. I return the equation. Just now we find out the Reynolds number, substitute the Reynolds number, and the Prandtl number is taken from the data handbook, substitute here, find out the average Nusselt number. Later you found out that Nusselt number is 2078.26. Later we know that Nusselt number is equals to HL by K. Just write it here, HL by K. The H is, just now you have to calculate what is the heat transfer coefficient, average heat transfer coefficient. The length is 0.6. K is the thermal conductivity of the fluid, that is taken from the data handbook. Substitute the value here, find out what is the H. From the H we got it as the 97.9 watt per meter square Kelvin. Once you found out the H, the next step is you have to find out the Q value, the rate of heat transfer. See, this is the common procedure you have to be followed for all the problems. First, write the data, find out the film temperature, collect the properties. First data, second film temperature, collect the properties, find out the Reynolds number. Fourth step, based on the Reynolds number, choose the appropriate equation. Fifth step, after fifth step, find out the Nusselt. Later you find out the H value, that is the sixth step. After find out the H, next step is the find out the Q value, that is the eighth step. Sorry, fifth, sixth, seventh step. This is the common procedure for all the problems. You have to solve in this procedure in the examination also. Q is equals to H into AS is the surface area, TW difference T infinity. Which one is the higher value? Substitute here. Suppose fluid temperature is higher, you substitute here T infinity minus TW. This is the different positive value you should be get from this terms. Next, surface area you have to be found out. See, found out in surface area, the top surface and bottom surface is the same thing. So 2 times of the top into bottom. The surface area of the top surface is what? 0.6 meter into 0.2 meter. But there are two surfaces, 2 into 0.6 into 0.2. The same thing I written here. This is the surface area for the top and bottom, top plus bottom. Therefore I multiply by the 2 times. Next, 2 into 0.6 into 0.1, because there are two side surfaces. This is the one side surfaces and this one, left side and right side. So 2 into 0.6 into 0.1 plus this front and the rear surfaces. The width is 0.2 and the depth is 0.1. So multiply by 2 into 0.2 into 0.1. Likewise, you found out the AS surface area. I got it as 0.4 meter square. Now you know all the values. H you know it, AS you know it, and the temperature you know it. Substitute the values in this equation. Finally, I found it as Q is equals to 2114.6 watt. This is the problem is related to the fully turbulent flow. Okay, we will solve the next problem. In the problem, they should give what? The geometry they should give. Whether what type of geometry, whether it is a plate or a cylinder or a sphere. First the geometry they have to give, and the dimensions they should be mentioned in the problem. After dimensions, the next is they give the wall temperature or a surface temperature, along with they should give the fluid temperature, and if it is the forced convection, they will give the u infinity means the velocity they will give. If it is velocity is not given, that you should understand that is the free convection. We will solve in the later problems. Just now you are discussing about the forced convection. In forced convection you are discussing the external flow. Suppose in this type of problem, these are the things the data should be given in the problem. One is the geometry, whether it may be a plate or a cylinder or a sphere, and the corresponding dimension. Later, surface temperature or a wall temperature of given geometry, and the fluid temperature. Finally, they should give the what? Velocity of the fluid. This data should be given in the problem. Suppose these data are there, you should know that one, that is the forced convection. We will solve the problem. We will continue the problem. Problem number 3. An air stream. Here clearly is given the fluid is the air at 10 degrees centigrade. This is nothing but fluid temperature. Is flowing along a heated plate at 90 degrees centigrade at a speed of 75 meter per second. This is nothing but the u infinity is given. The plate is 45 centimeter length and the 60 meter wide. The L and the W is given, so here you can easily calculate the surface area. Assume that transition of boundary layer, B dot L means boundary layer, takes place at critical Reynolds number 5 into 24/5. This is a very important data. In the problem it is given like that. In the problem it is given that critical Reynolds number, that is the meaning of this is the problem, that is the combination of problem. What? Combination of problem of laminar plus turbulent flow. In the problem, if it is a critical Reynolds number is given, that is clearly indicates that is the combination of laminar plus turbulent flow. Very important. Note this one. calculate the same thing, calculate the average heat transfer coefficients of average value of coefficient of friction, that is the CFL, then heat transfer coefficient H bar. Once you calculate the H bar, the next thing is what? Also calculate the heat dissipation. Okay, in all the problems they will ask H bar and also they will ask the Q. To find out the Q, always you go for the average heat transfer coefficient, not for the local heat transfer coefficient. The Hx will be is in very limited problems, but in almost all problems you should calculate the H bar. Unless in the problem they ask find out the local heat transfer coefficient at a particular length, then you should go for the Hx. In all other cases you should go for the this H bar only. Okay, now based on this one we will collect the data. The fluid is air, and the fluid temperature is 10 degree, wall temperature is 90 degree, and the velocity is what? 75 meter per second, 75 meter per second, and the length and the width is given. Length is 45 centimeter or 0.45 meter, and the 60 centimeter width, so that is a 6 meter. In the problem it is given critical Reynolds number is 5 × 10 to the power 5. You should find out what is the coefficient of friction, heat transfer coefficient, and the Q. Now I will write the sketch like that. A plate of wall temperature is 90 degree, and the fluid is moving with certain velocity u infinity, that is 75 meter per second, and it is having a temperature 90 degrees centigrade. So because of difference in the fluid and wall temperature, heat transfer will be takes place, and the fluid is moving with certain velocity. So this is the forced convection problem. Here critical Reynolds number is given, means in the first problem it is only the laminar case, second problem is fully turbulent problem, the third problem is the combination of laminar plus turbulent flow. Okay, in each cases the equation will be the different. Here the condition of laminar, and this is the transition, and this is the turbulent. Okay, all the three condition problem I solved in the video lecturing. Once you find out the data, the next step is what? Find out the film temperature. Film temperature is what? Tf is equals to Tw plus T infinity by 2. 90 plus tan divided by 2 is 50 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, collect the properties of given fluid. The given fluid is the air. At Tf degree centigrade, collect the properties of air using the heat transfer data handbook. In the same way, in the previous problem what you did, in the same way, just I collected all the datas here, all the datas: density, viscosity, nu, alpha, Prandtl number, and Cp. Finally the thermal conductivity, K is required. All the data you note down from the data handbook. Once you know the datas, the next step is find out the Reynolds number. Reynolds number is equals to density into u infinity L by mu. When you calculating this one, substitute the values here. You got it as Reynolds number as 1.88 into 10 to the power 6. This is what? This is greater than 5 into 10 to the power 5. The same thing written here. Therefore, the flow is turbulent. But in the problem, it is clearly given that the critical Reynolds number is given. So you should go for what? The combination of laminar and turbulent flow. In the problem, it is clearly given that critical Reynolds number. So consider the combination of laminar and turbulent flow condition. In this problem, what are the things you should be calculate? CFL, H bar, and the Q. Now we will open the data handbook. Flat plate, turbulent flow. This is what? This is for fully turbulent flow. But our case is what? Combination of laminar and turbulent flow. Here you can see combination of laminar and turbulent flow. The page number is 114 in the 6th edition heat transfer. Here is the CFL equation is given. In the CFL equation, what it is given? 0.074 into Reynolds number to the power of minus 0.2 minus 1742 Reynolds number to the power of minus 1. This CFL equation is for which critical Reynolds number? This equation you should be used only for RCR. Critical Reynolds number is equals to 5 into 10 to the power of 5. Okay. In some problems, the critical Reynolds number may not be the 5 into 10 to the power of 5. In some problem, the critical Reynolds may be a 3 into 10 to the power of 5 or a 4 into a 10 to the power of 5. The critical Reynolds number will be a different for the different cases, different conditions. Okay. Suppose if it is not 5 into 10 to the power of 5, other value is given. If it is not this value, if it is other values given, that like 3 into 10 to the power of 5, 4 into 10 to the power of 5, any value is given, you should not use this equation. That time you cannot use this equation if critical Reynolds number is not this value. In that condition, what you have to do, you have to go for this equation. You have to go for this equation. REL. REL is what? The Reynolds number is from your from already you calculated. Next, the critical Reynolds number. Suppose critical Reynolds number is given like 3 into 10 to the power of 5. That time the value of the A becomes this one. Substitute here. Your REL is the Reynolds number for the full length. That is this one. REL means Reynolds number calculated for the full length. This is the thing. And in this problem, it is given critical Reynolds number is equals to 5 into 10 to the power of 5. In that condition, you should go for this equation. Suppose in the problem is not 5 into 10 to the power of 5, it is 3 into 10 to the power of 5 or a 4 into 10 to the power of 5 or any other values. That time you should go for this equation. In this equation, the constant A should be taken from the below table. Suppose if it is a 3 into 10 to the power of 5, take this equation. If it is 1 into 10 to the power of 6, take this term. The constant A is 3300 for 1 into 10 to the power of 6 of critical Reynolds number. And this REL is what? Reynolds number based on full length. This is the Reynolds number on full length. Okay, the other different conditions I told here. Now you take this equation 0.074 Reynolds number for a full length based minus the constant A 1742 and the Reynolds number full length based. Now you substitute the values here. Do the calculation. You will get CFL is equals to 3.188 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This is the what? Average coefficient of friction. Next you have to find out the average Nusselt number, then H bar you have to be find out. Next, average heat transfer coefficient HL or H bar or simply H we are going to be find out. That is from the heat transfer data handbook. The equation is what? 1.5.2. 1.5.2. Here the equation is given. Here also the same thing what I explained here. Suppose if it is the critical Reynolds number is 5 into 10 to the power of 5, you directly go for this equation. If it is 5 into 10 to the power of 5, you directly go to this equation. Suppose critical Reynolds number is not 5 into 10 to the power of 5, you have to go by this equation. You have to go for this equation where A is the constant. See, if it is the 5 into 10 to the power of 5, the A value is 871. If it is not 5 into 10 to the power of 5, the A value will be the constant A value will be the different. This constant A can be calculated by using this term. A is equals to 0.037 into critical Reynolds to the power of 0.8 minus 0.664 into critical Reynolds to the number to the power of 0.5. Suppose in the problem critical Reynolds number is 3 into 10 to the power of 5. Substitute the value here, find out the constant A, substitute here, find out the Nusselt number. But in our cases it is very simple. In the problem it is directly given is the 5 into 10 to the power of 5. So you directly we are going to use this equation. The same equation I written here and substitute the value. This RL is already told, the Reynolds number based on full length, not a critical Reynolds number. RECR is different, REL is different. REL is the Reynolds number based on full length, how you calculate it. Then the critical Reynolds number is what? Based on the critical Reynolds number, you are going to choose the CFL equation. If it is 5 into 10 to the power of 5, you will go for this one, and you are going for this one. Other than critical Reynolds number, you should find out the constant A value, then substitute to the equation. Next, you find out the NUL. Find out the constant A, substitute the NUL, find out the NUL. But in our cases, the critical Reynolds number is 5 into 10 to the power of 5. We will going for this equation. I found out that NUL is equals to 2659.15. Once you found out this one, the next is using NUL is equals to HL into L divided by K. Find out the H bar, that is 166.99 watt per meter square. After finding out the heat transfer, the next is find out the heat transfer coefficient. Next is you have to find out the rate of heat transfer Q. This is the equation. QL into AS into TW minus T infinity. AS is the surface area. Surface area is in the problem, it is given as 0.45 length and 0.6 wide. Find out the surface area. So I got it as a 0.27 meter square. Here, this is the plate having a length 0.45 meter, and this is the width of 0.6 meter. Okay, here also a what? Top surface as well as the bottom surface is there. Now just I consider the one side, I calculate the heat transfer. You have to write Q is equals to 3606.92 for one side of the plate, means it may be a top side of the plate. And in the examination, whether it asked or not, you have to calculate this one also. Q into 2 times means top side as well as the bottom side. Find out the rate of Q, that is for both side of the plate. That is what? Top side plus bottom side. Whether in the examination asked or not, you have to calculate the answer for this one as well as this one. Now, what are the things you calculated? Means the condition is what? Combination of laminar and turbulent flow. That problem is also we solved. Then just we will write the procedure. What are the procedure? The first procedure is data, write the appropriate sketch. The second is find out the TF. TF is equals to TS plus T infinity by 2, TS or TW. Based on the TF, at TF collect the properties of the given fluid. After collecting the properties, next is the Reynolds number. If it is the Reynolds number is less than into 5 into 10 to the power of 5, go for the laminar flow. If it is greater than, go for the turbulent or laminar plus turbulent condition. To what? Based on this Reynolds number, choose the Nusselt equation. If it is laminar, Nusselt number is different. If it is a turbulent, is different. Laminar and turbulent, the Nusselt numbers will be different. That will be taken from the data handbook I shown. Reynolds number, based on Reynolds number, calculate the choose the Nusselt equation. Later calculate the Nusselt number. What is the Nusselt number? Once you know the Nusselt number, the next is what? Nu is equals to HL by K. After finding out Nusselt, find out the heat transfer coefficient. The seventh step is what? H is equals to find out this one. After H, the final is the rate of heat transfer, that is Q is equals to H into surface area into the temperature difference delta T or Ts difference T infinity. This is the procedure should be used for all the forced convection problems. Of course, these procedures, the same procedures will be used in the last three problems. Only the thing is what? All the three problems, based on the Reynolds number, we choose the Nusselt equation. Okay, one is the laminar flow, another is the turbulent flow and fully turbulent flow. combination of laminar and turbulent flow. All the three condition problems we solved. Next we will go to solve the Reynolds number flow over the cylinder. Here also what we have to follow the same procedure. There is no any different procedure. Here also the same procedure. Collect the data, collect the TF, later based on TF collect the properties of the given fluid, later find out the Reynolds. Based on the Reynolds, choose the Nusselt equation. Once again nu is equals to, in this time not L, the L becomes the D. Even the Reynolds number also not L, rho u infinity into D by mu. Here is what in the flow of the flat plate, rho u infinity L by mu. The same thing already I explained in the previous lecturing class. If it is the flat plate, rho into u into L by mu. If it is the diameter, I mean cylinder or sphere, this Reynolds number you should be used. Based on the Reynolds number, choose the Nusselt, later find out the H, find out the Q. We will solve one problem on the flow over the cylinder. Here the problem is given as what? A long 10 centimeter diameter. So here D is given 10 centimeter diameter, 0.1 meter. Steam pipe is exposed to atmospheric air. The fluid is air at a temperature 4 degrees centigrade, T infinity. The outer surface of the pipe is at 116 degrees centigrade. The outer surface of the pipe means it is the wall temperature is given, and air is flowing across the pipe. Air is flowing across means this is the external, not the air is not moving inside the pipe, but it is moving outside the pipe, outside the pipe. So that is the flow over the body, external flow. Okay, in the while you go on solving the problem, you should be able to differentiate whether this is the external flow or internal flow, or whether it is the forced convection or it is the free convection. You should be able to distinguish the different problems. If it is the velocity is given, that is nothing but that is the forced convection. If it is velocity is not given, that is the free convection. Such type of problems you will solve later after completion of this one. Now we are discussing the external. So here the flow across the pipe, this is the external flow at the velocity of 8 meter per second, that is the u infinity is given. Determine the rate of heat loss from the pipe per unit length. So per unit length means L is equals to 1 meter. We have to find out the Q value. To calculate Q value, what you required? H you have to be find out. To calculate H, what you have to require? Nusselt you have to require. Nusselt to calculate Reynolds number. Okay, the same procedure, what the things you discussed in the last few minutes back. Now you collect the properties. Fluid is air. The geometry is what? The steam pipe. The geometry is the cylinder. Diameter T infinity, TW, U infinity, the same thing, just you transfer to here. Just I will write the sketch here. A cylinder means a steam pipe. Okay, the fluid is flow across what? Across the cylinder. Clearly is given across the cylinder. So that therefore it becomes the external heat transfer, external forced convection. And the U infinity is given, T infinity is given, the wall surface TW is given, and the diameter is given. Okay, after writing the data and the sketch, next is what? The next step is find out the film temperature. TW is equals to TW plus T infinity by 2. Wall temperature is 116 plus 4, 120 divided by 2 is 60 degrees centigrade. For this temperature, for this film temperature, collect the properties of given fluid, that is air, using the heat transfer data handbook. Okay, I am not going to open the data handbook. Already I shown in the last two problems. In the same procedure, go to the properties table, collect the properties of air at 60 degrees centigrade. I just collected here. Density, mu, Prandtl number, K. Just I skipped out the alpha value, alpha and the new value. Alpha and new values not using in the solving the problems. So just I skipped out. You can write those values or you can skip out, but don't skip the required values. That's why you write all the values. Once you got the experience in solving the problems, in that time you are going to skip which are the values is not required. Better you write all the values. Once you know the properties, the next step is what? Find out the Reynolds number. Here very important thing is what? The geometry is what? Cylinder. So the Reynolds number is what you have to write? Density into velocity into diameter. Diameter, don't forget this one. Should know that one. If it is a cylinder problem, it become a diameter. If it is the plate, it becomes the length. Find out the Reynolds number. Later, now after find outing the Reynolds number, what you have to find out? Using Reynolds number, you have to find out the Nusselt number. In the same way, go to the contents. In the data handbook, go to the contents, force convection, external flow. Now the condition is what? The geometry is the cylinder. Here you can see that flow over cylinder, across cylinder, the equation is given as C into, C is the constant, RED. RED is what? You can see here, Reynolds number based on diameter. Already we calculated that value. That is how much? 42189. That is the RED. RED. Next, Prandtl number to the power of 0.333. Here C and M values. M is the coefficient, C is the constant, that should be taken from here, from the table, based on the RED, based on the Reynolds number, based on diameter. See, if Reynolds number varies between 0.424, the constant C and coefficient become these values. Likewise, in between 4 to 40, C and M values this one. But our case is how much the Reynolds number? Reynolds number is how much? 42,189. 42,189. It means it is varying between what? It is greater than this one. This 1, 2, 3, fourth one is in between 4,000 to 40,000. But our case is what? 42,000. So that is in between 40,000 to 4 lakh. Therefore, the C becomes 0.0266 and M become 0.805. You write these values because our Reynolds number is in this range. I written the 2.11 equation, the Nusselt equation based on the Reynolds number. Our the C values this one and M values this one. So find out the Nusselt number. Find out the, substitute the values here, find out the Nusselt, that is 124.66. I got it. Then Nu is equals to H into D into K. This dy, because this is the cylinder problem. In the previous problem, H into L divided by K you used. Then you find out the H, 36.1 watt per meter square Kelvin. After finding the H, what you have to find out? Q, the rate of heat transfer Q. Q is equals to surface area. Q is equals to surface area H into TW minus T infinity. Now we have to find out the surface area of the cylinder. Surface area of the cylinder means what? You should take the pi dl. Surface area AS is equals to pi dl. Find out the things. Diameter is 0.1. In the problem it is given calculated per unit length here. Per unit length. Therefore L is equals to 1 meter. L is equals to 1 meter. So surface area AS I obtained. Substitute the AS value here. Finally I obtained as Q is equals to 1270.2 watt. Now the problem on the cylinder is over. In the same way, the problems for the sphere is also the same thing. Based on the Reynolds number, flow over the sphere based on the Reynolds number, choose the equation. If it is the gases or air, Mainly the problem will becomes on the flow of the flat plate or a flow over the cylinder. In the suppose if in the examination it comes on the sphere, the same procedure you have to be followed. At the same time, now come to the cylinder. For a non-circular cross sections, if it is a non-cylinder, instead of a round cross section, suppose if it is a square cross section or a rhombus or a rectangular cross section, in that condition what we have to do? In that condition, here the problem is given flow over non-circular shapes. That is what 1.1 C1 RED, Reynolds number based on the full diameter, n Prandtl number. Here you can see, refer page 118 for this constant and the coefficient n. Page number 118. Here you can see, here the various the geometries are given. Okay, the oval shape is given. Okay, horizontal oval, or this type of oval is placed like that, or a oval is placed like that. Okay, this is the diameter d. Based on this diameter, you have to find out Reynolds number. Re is equals to rho into velocity into diameter by mu. D is depend upon the condition in how the geometry is placed, the orientation of geometry. Okay, based on this one, diameter should be found out. Later, if it is the Reynolds number, okay, here it is given only this value 2500 to the 15,000. Suppose in the problem you got it as the 20,000, what you have to do? 20,000, what you have to do? What you have to do? Here it is given only the one range. Suppose if it is at 20,000 or 30,000, you go for the N and C1. You write the comment in the Reynolds number. In the data handbook, it is given as 2,500 to the 15,000 to 15,000. But in my calculation, I got it as the 25,000. But there is no any values in the given. But that's why I am using the same equation, n and c1, n value and c1 value. Whatever the values will become, you take n is this one and c1 is this one for the non-cross sectional areas. Then you take n and c here, substitute here, find out the nu. Once you the nu, later you find out h. After finding out h, find out the q value. That is the procedure. Here other equations are there, the remaining equations will be there. Don't worry about these things. Only you concentrated on these two equations. Most of the problems is asked on this equation, especially this one only. Suppose if it is a non-cross sectional, go through this one. Don't worry about the remaining things. Suppose if it is given in the examination, you use these equations also. If it is a large property variation, we will go for this equation. Anyhow, we solved all the problems what I framed in the previous lecturing class. Three problems from the flow over the flat plate, and the problems on the cylinder, and the problems on the sphere I discussed. So here the completion of flow over the external flow. Flow over the external flow is I completed. Next is flow over the internal flow. I will solve some problems on the flow over the internal flow. Thank you.